the Linksys AC1200 Plus. This is how I've got mine set up. Now, there were some concerns that other people had asked me about temperature-wise, and the way that almost all electronic devices are set up is they usually have, like, the bottom, they'll have some air holes, and these little nibble feet that you'll see almost on every device. I always try and put more of an air gap. In this case, I've kind of gone excessive, but I always try and put more of an air gap because the manufacturer, well, I live in Arizona right now, and it gets a little warm. As you can see, nighttime, this is actually really cool looking because it looks a little flying saucer-like. I've got both my antennas here, and oh, there we go. What this does is this one, like a lot of new ones, use something called beam forming or beam focusing, depending on whose literature says what. And if you can imagine two concentric circles coming out of both of these, where these circles meet will be there'll be a constructive wave frequency. And so what the theory is, and whether or not it works really well, it will tend to work better with laptops and desktops that are stationary with the antenna in a right angle, kind of able to pinpoint. Tablets and that, I'm not so sure it works better or not as well, or has no effect whatsoever. As these concentric circles meet, like say right here, you got constructive wave frequency, so the signal's a little closer there. And then same thing as you pan away. But if it's off to left or right, you change the frequency or the timing of one antenna, and so those concentric circles will meet a little bit off to the left or off to the right, and that's how their technology supposedly works. I've been pretty pleased with this. There has been some weird things, and I'll go into that next.
Okay, so, excuse me. In a nutshell, you saw how I've got the AC1200 Plus set up, and what I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of is, without giving away too much, is the interface, which is very similar to the same interface before. Now, the only problems I've had with it, before I get to the interface, connectivity has been actually really good. My ASUS has been connecting at the 5 gigahertz. Setting up Chromecast has really been easy. The printer talks to it. Almost all my devices have had no real trouble, except for my other ASUS, which is kind of my media machine. And what's funny is I'm back here in the back bedroom, and what I found is that if I connect through, this is what the guest page looks like. If I connect through the guest page, I have no problems connecting with the system. So it's kind of I'm not really sure what's going on. All my other devices, I've got 8 or 10 devices, all connect without really any problems to the new Linksys, except for this one, and it does connect sometimes to the 2.5 gigahertz, but often I'll have to go through, and it could be something to do with the antenna inside the machine. So as you can see, if I go through my guest network, it connects fine, and I can run without any real problems on that. That's the only machine that has the issue. All the others, the tablets, the printer, all of them, all run from my regular network. This machine that is my primary runs through my 5 gigahertz because it's got the hardware for it. Just to give you an idea of what this looks like, right here I've got some troubleshooting diagnostics. All the menu systems are kind of like this. I'm not going to flip through the menu systems because, no offense out there in sophisticated land, I don't need anybody knowing my numbers. So, I like it. You know, there is currently, I was just alerted by a colleague that the EA6400 just went on sale. I don't know about that. I kind of like the tower antennas. You don't really, I mean, the antennas can be embedded into devices, but I kind of like knowing how my antennas are set up. So for me, the EA6300 or the AC1200 Plus is really the way to go, and I very much enjoy that. So it's been functioning now. I've had it for about a month, looks like, and I haven't had too many problems. Now I had I was really surprised, and I've sent in a tech failure report to Netgear to see what they're going to do about it. But I've had this one since March, and then it started bailing on me. But up until then, it was running really pristine. So I'm hoping to get a little more robustness out of the Linksys system. I'm not a fan of D-Link, but you know, some people you use whatever works for you is what I say. But you guys are interested in my impressions of this one, and I hope that helps. If you have any questions, I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.